Good morning, guys. Hope you're doing well. Excuse the whispering. It's 5:25 in the morning at the moment, and I'm sure you can see that from my face. I think I'm looking pretty tired. And we're going to go out and do a base run this morning, hopefully around 9-minute miles, and we'll do somewhere between 5 and 7 miles. We'll see how we feel. But first and foremost, I have to get warmed up. I'm definitely not as young as I used to be, so as you can probably tell, I'm in my home gym at the moment. And we're going to do maybe about 25 minutes of stretching and then do a little bit of a warm up on the elliptical that you can see at the back there, just so that I can get out there and start running and not have to worry that my hamstrings are going to go or anything like that. It is still dark outside, but I can see that it's not raining, which is a bit of a miracle in the UK at the moment. It seems to have been raining for about the last, 4,755 days, and windy with it as well, so it's been pretty miserable. But it's I think 5 degrees outside at the moment and pretty clear, which is a bit of a relief. Anyway, let's get warmed up and then we'll get outside. Okay, that's warm up done. It's just before 6 o'clock now, and the sunrise should be about 10 past 6, so it'll be light outside enough now that I can go and get my 360 camera and we can get out on our base run, so let's go. Oh my god, it's so nice. It's not raining or windy this morning. It's cold, but it's nice. And it's been so long in the UK since we've had any decent weather. That makes you appreciate it even more when we do finally get a little bit. Just coming up to a mile in, and feeling pretty good. Today is day 35. I've been running every day, and everybody that I tell that I'm on this kind of running streak say, you're going to get injured or you shouldn't do it, it's too much. But you'll be amazed what your body can get used to, especially if you get decent nutrition and decent sleep. And so far so good. I actually feel pretty rubbish at the idea of not running. I love getting my day started like this, putting myself through a bit of pain. And if you think 35 days is impressive, some of you will, some of you won't, then you should check out my mate Rick Roadrunner on Strava. I'll put a link wherever. Sorry, just check and see what I'm going to get run over. I'll put a link up to his Strava, and he started running every day last year. I think he's on now, if he's not on day 450, he's not far away, so it shows what you can do. And sometimes he's doing half marathon distances, and sometimes he's just going out and doing a mile just to keep his run streak going. And a lot of that is down to mindset and just realising that everybody's limitations it's just in their mind, So I'm going to keep going as long as I can, and it'll be sod's law now if I end up getting injured today. But at the moment I'm feeling strong. I'm mixing it up. One day I'll be doing a run like this, but yesterday I did just a short 5k, but at more sort of 7:10 pace, so per mile that is. So you've got to mix it up, and yeah, chat to you again in a minute. So you may have noticed in this video and the last video, if you watched that, and if you didn't, shame on you, link will be at the end of this video, go watch that. But I really like to run on the roads rather than on the pavement, so many benefits of getting up at 5 AM every day, sometimes 5:30, but usually 5, is hardly any traffic around, and I can run on the roads without too much of a worry I'm going to get run over. I do sometimes run on the paths, but I just don't enjoy it. Too many ups and downs, and I've kind of buckled my knee a couple of times doing that, and from somebody who's had 4 operations on his knee over the years, I don't want any more. And some people will say, well, why do you run then? But again, your body can react to certain things and build itself in accordance with what you put it through. And my knees, shit, I'm saying loads of things in this video that would tempt fate to get me injured, but my knees have never felt stronger, and that's because I've never set myself standards like I set at the moment, and will continue to do so as long as possible. So we're going to cross a bridge in a minute, and we're going to head out across some fields and make our way up to Roughy. So you can see I'm now on a bit of a gravel track and wearing the Nike Vaporflies, which is not ideal for this terrain, but I do find them reasonably durable, unlike the Alphafly 3s, and we won't have any problems. This track I'm on now takes me from, if you're familiar with Horsham, takes us from where they just built the new bow hunt school, and we'll come out near a pub called, I think, the Frog and Nightingale, and we'll have to cross the dual carriageway, which will take us up to what some people like to call Horsham, but it's actually Roughy. Sorry if you're from Roughy, didn't mean to offend. But yeah, this is a nice little track, and well worth coming to run up if you've not done it before. So we're pretty much 4 miles in now, and feeling good, although my heart rate is higher than it should be usually at running at this pace, which is a bit of a concern. I've been going on this video about all these things that are going well, and usually if your heart rate's elevated, especially when you're running, it could mean that you're not far off getting on well, but we'll see. Anyway, we're doing a base run, as I said at the start of the video, and one of the big mistakes I actually made when I first started running a couple of years ago was I was doing everything pretty much at one pace and underestimating how important that base time is. And I'm sure that if you are into running and you spend any time on the YouTubes, you'll see that the recommended kind of split is to do about 80% of your running easy and 20% harder efforts. And those harder efforts could be sprints, they could be hill repeats, they could be runs at a sort of quicker threshold pace. But today the aim is just to do, as I said, about 9-minute miles and to get home feeling pretty fresh, and we can get showered and get ready for the day. The one thing is for sure is that I've caught the running race bug, if that's even a term. If not, I've coined it, don't copy. And after doing the London Landmarks half marathon the other day, it made me I guess think a little bit differently about those things, because I was always somebody that, as you can see, right, I spent so much time running on my own and used it as a headspace that I thought somehow that a race would, you know what I mean, even maybe compromise the way I felt about running. And doing the London Landmarks half marathon really made me realise that actually I was being rather stupid about that. So after coming back, I've been looking at some races, and we're going to be doing the Gatwick 10k, which is on the 12th of May, and it's on the same day actually as the Horsham 10k, which most people I guess will be surprised that I'm not doing that. But the Gatwick 10k is a little bit of a one-off event where you get to run in the perimeter road around Gatwick Airport, and you know the airport is fully functional during that time, so we're going to have, you know, aeroplanes taking off as we're running, and it's just going to be a fairly unique experience. So I'm going to be doing that with my oldest son Josh, and I'll bring the camera with me as well, because I'm sure that will be a fun event. I'm not going to go for any records on that one because it's quite difficult to try and get a personal best while you're holding a camera with the best intentions. So I'm looking forward to that, and also I'm going to try and get myself out to some parkrun tourism. I loved doing parkrun last year, but I haven't done it for 4 or 5 months now, because for the most part I've been using Saturday mornings to do my longer run, and the local parkrun here in Horsham has actually moved out during the winter months to Southwater, which is about a 7-mile run on its own. And as much as I would love to run 7 miles, do park run and then run 7 miles back, it's probably a little bit too much at the moment, given I'm running every day anyway. So yeah, if you're doing Gatwick half marathon, Gatwick 10k, drop me a note in the comments and we can arrange to say hello. So if you're from Horsham, you'll know and recognise that I am at the bane of every runner's run. I call this station at Littlehaven the PB Wrecker, because it's almost impossible to ever come here and the barriers not be down, and generally you've got to wait for usually 2 trains to go past. But this time of the morning, obviously the rest of the world is going off to London, and I couldn't think of anything worse than going to London, and I wouldn't be able to do what I do if I had to go and get on a train at 6:37 in the morning. So yeah, welcome to PB Smasher Station. So I most definitely should have said PB Wrecker, not PB Smasher. If you ever wanted to go out on a PB run around Horsham, which is, there's way better places to go PB running, but if you do, avoid Littlehaven station like the plague, because unless you've got the luck of somebody that's going to win the lottery, you're probably going to end up stopping there for at least a minute, often longer. So yeah, avoid PB Wrecker, aka Little Haven Station, as much as you can. So that'll do. 6 miles of base running, although as I say, my heart rate was higher than it usually is, and we did it in about 55 minutes, so nice and easy. Average 9-minute miles, as I said I was intending to do, although mile 3, I put my stats up here or here somewhere. My mile 3 was a little bit slower, and well, as a runner going down a country lane when no one's around, can you guess why my mile 3 was a bit slower than the rest, and why I might have stopped for about 45 seconds? And I forgot to turn to pause the watch, but who cares when you're doing slow running anyway. So that's pretty much it for the day. Hope you enjoyed. Well, if nothing else, you saw the sun shining in the UK, and especially in Horsham, which is a very welcome break. To finally see the old burning fireball in the sky has been a bit of a premium for the last 4 months in the UK. So if you don't enjoy the running, then at least you got to see the sun shining in Horsham for a bit. But I'm done now. Going to head in, get showered up, and get ready for work for the day. So yeah, thanks for watching if you stuck around till the end, and yeah, see you next time, and hopefully we'll run somewhere a bit more interesting than just Horsham. But take care, see you again.